Hello everyone, this is Jackie Williams. Thank you so much for joining me. In this video, I want to share with you a fun fold card, and this is a pull-up gift voucher card or gift card holder, or you can put money in there like I've got here, or a photograph, or just another note, anything you want in there. So what I want to share with you is the basic construction, and then I have some different samples to share with you. Now I have created a PDF with all of the measurements that you would need for the base of the card. And then the embellishing can be whatever you would like. So the first piece that you need is a piece that is 4 1/4 or 4 1/8 if you are using A4 paper by 11 inches. And we want to score that at 2 inches and 7 1/4 inches. So 2 inches, 7 1/4 inches, and then the line just after the 7 1/4 at 7 3/8. Okay, and then that folds up, and those two score lines right next to each other just gives it that little bit of a, like what I would call like a matchbook fold, where that's just a little, giving it a little bit of thickness so that you can put something in here and your card will still sit flat. You could just do one score line up at the top if you prefer, of course. And then that inner pull-up piece is, for this sample, 3 3/8 inches by 6 1/2, and we want to score that at 1 3/4 inch and at 6 inches. Okay, now this will fold over, and this will be the little tab that we will adhere the two together, and then this folds up, and this is where the gift card is going to sit. So if we open this up, you can see those two little score lines. And I do suggest tape for this project rather than glue. Glue would work, you just need to make sure that it's nice and stuck, you know, that the glue has dried before you move it too much. Okay, now this piece we're going to adhere in the center between, you know, centered side to side, which I didn't do a great job there, but you get the idea. And just above that top score line, okay, then this will fold like this. You could adhere these two sides together, but it's not really necessary. So that's going to open and close like this. So now we just need to make this little pocket here at the bottom. Okay, and we'll just use a bit of tape like this, and then just fold that up. And that is all there is to it. So that slides in and out like this as you open it up. Now you can use different things to close this up, and of course different ways to embellish. Now let's look at some examples. I've used the Painterly Pears for this sample, used that lovely printed paper, that's printed paper as well, and just a few of the die cuts. Now this closure, where it just tucks under like this and then opens up, I did use the Designer Series paper for my flappy bit. I found that it's not really stiff enough to slide back easily by itself. It does, but I would suggest putting that on cardstock. I didn't, but I think it could make it even better if you put it on cardstock first. And then these two little slits would just slide underneath like this and slot in. That just keeps it held down. I got this idea from a demonstrator named Christy Folk, and I thought that was quite clever. And I'm using this little slot punch from it's called the Holes assortment. It's 3 tiny punches that have different shapes like this. And all you would do is, what I did was I pushed it in from the side as far as it could go, and then just punched about maybe 3/4 of that slot like that, making sure they're reasonably the same. Okay, that gives you the shape that you need to have it just tuck in the front like that, so it's nice and easy. Okay, now this sample is using the Gallery Blooms, and I didn't make this one. This one was actually made by team members Nicole Johnson and Allison Hills, and they've got a bigger pocket here, so you can of course change the sizes, and then added the printed paper and just some extra embellishments there to the bottom panel and some flowers on the front. Okay, then I also made a square version, or it's reasonably square. It's not quite square. It's a little bit bigger version. This one's using the Sunshine Vibes dies, which I think these are quite fun. And I used that same little latch idea, but this time double layered it. And I didn't have a gift card, so I just put my library card in there. But you could put words along here or words in here, or even put a message up here, so you could embellish that even further. And then this sample uses the Charming Day bundle. I wanted to make a wedding card because I thought that this was quite a nice idea for weddings, particularly at least here where I live, giving money at weddings is customary. I've used the beautiful Glass and Gardens embossing folder, personal favorite. I love this one. And the Charming Day image, and then the wishing die from the Delightful Wishes die set. I thought that was nice for a wedding theme. And I did this all in Secret Sea, Cloud Cover, even for the leaves, and Darling Duckling. So 3 of our in colors. And then this one's a slim line, as you can see. Open it up. And I made this just the right size for a bit of cash. I think because there's cash in here, I'd probably seal up these sides so that it didn't, you know, fall out or anything like that. And added some extra layers with embossing on the inside. You could also use your circle punch, any size circle punch, and just make a little divot here just to add a little extra detail. So there are my samples for the pull-up gift card holder. Be sure and grab the free download with the measurements for these 3 sizes. And I think once you've made a few of them, you can experiment with different sizes as well. Please leave me a comment, share this video with your friends, and of course, subscribe. This is Jackie Williams. I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.